In this video, I'm going to take you guys through how to recognize and use mono and stereo tracks. Hello guys, my name is Glenzel from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a mixer mastering engineer and I want you guys to please subscribe to this channel. It's absolutely free to subscribe. You don't have to pay. And the thing about you subscribing to my channel is when I post something new, you easily get notified. You see it in your YouTube feed and or your subscription field. Now, before we begin, I would recommend you use your headphones or your monitor or your earphone to listen, so you'll be able to understand well how what I mean, or how what stereo or mono is used for and how it works, so you can easily hear the practical steps that I'm going to uh, use in this video. Now, let's delve into it. First of all, for if to recognize a stereo track, here you we see. Let me bold this. You see, if you look through very well, look at this track. You see that it has two circles, unlike this one. Unlike this one, you can see this one has just one circle. This one just has just one circle. That's the first way to identify a mono track. This is a mono track, so it has one circle, while a stereo track has two circles. You can as well identify it here. You can see it has one circle here. This one has one circle, while this has two circles. So this one that has two circles is a stereo track, while this one is a mono track. You can as well also identify it through the wave of the track. You can see this particular track here has just um, it has just one a wave. It's just one wave. Now you can see this has two waves. Now the literal meaning of mono is one, while stereo is two. So stereo mean one, mono means one, while stereo means two, and stereo represents your left and your right speakers. Now literally, when you record on your instrument or your vocals in into your DAW or into your DAW or software that you use to record, you literally record them, your voices or your vocals and your instruments, through a mono track. Now this mono track, these voices or these mono tracks, or your voice or your instrument, are transmitted automatically into a stereo tracks, which transmits on your left and your right speakers. You get? So why I'm having this one here is because I've already worked on this track. I've already bounced this track from I've already worked on it and I've bounced it, so it came out as a stereo, left and my right speakers. So now if these tracks, they are recorded tracks, for instance these tracks are recorded tracks. If you listen, you see, hey Juliet, I'm writing you this letter, yeah, cause we never. Now if you listen, you find out that they were recorded in a mono track, which means it was recorded through one mic into one channel, into one track. It was recorded through one mic into one channel, but transmitted into your left and your right speakers. Do you understand? So that's just the simple understanding. Now I cannot decide to like pan each vocals that I make or that I record, or each instrument into. I can decide to pan them into a left speaker or a right speaker. That's why when you listen to some songs, if you listen carefully, you find out you are hearing some parts of the instrument or the vocals in one speakers more, and you are hearing the other one in with the other speakers more. You get, probably you can even hear them completely in one speaker and the other in a different speaker. So let me show you what I mean. Now listen to this track. Listen to this backup here. You, you can see. Now, once this your track is on 0, you can see the left and the right speakers. So once it's on 0, it means it's going to transmit on both the left when you bounce it, or as it's playing, it's going to transmit on your left and your right speakers, which is the stereo track. Now I can decide to like pan one of the track. I can decide to pan. If you see, I've panned this 40% left, and I pan this 10% right. Now if you listen to this track, if you hear it more on the left, but you hear it a little bit on the right, but more on the left. So if you listen with your earpiece, make sure you can identify which one is your left monitor that you're using, or earpiece, which is your left ears monitor or speaker. Now listen. Now you're hearing it. Now you're hearing it more on your left track, on your left monitor. Now I can completely, but if you remove the left monitor or speaker, or if you off it, you listen, you find out that you can still actually hear it on your right, because it's not completely panned to the left. It's just 20. Now I just panned it 25% to the right left. So if you listen again with your left, listen again with your left speaker. Now if you remove your left speaker, you find out that you can still actually hear it on your right, but it's just because you can actually hear it more on the left, because it's panned 25% to the left. So but you can actually, if you remove it, you find out that you can actually still hear it on your right. So listen. Now I want to completely pan it to the left, so you don't get to hear it on the right. Now it's panned completely to the left. Now listen. Now you find out that you are completely hearing it on the left side of your speakers. The only echo you are hearing on is what you are hearing on the right. Is they are only the delays that has been added, the delay effect that has been added on the vocals. That's what you are hearing on the right speakers, because I put my I sense them, my delay and my delays and my reverb, they are on post pan. So they are on post pan, so it can't be controlled. It's not independent on its own. So that's why you can still hear it on the right, but you can recognize that you are completely hearing the full vocals on the left. Now I can pan it completely now to the right. Now listen. So now you can see completely hearing it to the right, and you only hear the delay effect on the left.